Hi guys, it's Katie. Welcome back to my channel. Since it's the end of 2025, I figured I would do some videos of my favorite manga reads or just reads in general for the year. So I'm going to start off with my top 5 BL manga reads for the year. Keep in mind these are complete reads or one-shot reads. I all my BL I own has been purchased in this last year. I didn't want to include anything that's ongoing because I don't know if I'm still gonna like it. I do like it now. I did want to include Sasaki and Miyano and Hirano and Kagiura because those were my first BL purchases ever. But sadly, neither of them are complete, and I did not want to include that. I kind of just went for complete ones or one shots. I think I have 2 one shots. One shot, technically, I guess. So let's just get right into it. So at number 5, so 5 will be, I guess, lowest, and 1 will be like the best manga read I read all year. We have After We Gazed at the Starry Sky. This is a trilogy. We have 3 of them. This is about Subaru, who is in a wheelchair, and he meets his idol. He idolizes a photographer who does really good shots of night skies, starry nights, just stuff like that. And Subaru kind of works in that industry area, and he really idolizes this person. And he meets them, and he becomes kind of awestruck with them. And it's a very slice of life. It's about them falling in love, kind of Subaru accepting his disability, that other people can help him is not because they're looking down on him or they pity him or they feel like they need to help him. It's because they genuinely want to help him. It is really cute. It's also Togo, I believe his name is. Togo is the photographer's name. It's also about him accepting that he can photograph people. He had something happen in his past where it kind of just gave him PTSD, and he's like, I can't photograph people. It's about them growing together. Again, like, it's not very mature. So volume 1, you have no mature scenes in. But volume 2 and volume 3 do come plastic wrapped with warnings on them because there are intimate scenes in it. It's a very green flag BL. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was really heartwarming. This was my first introduction to a BL or manga or any story really where it has one of the main characters with a disability. This was my first introduction to it, and since then I have gotten others, but this was actually my first introduction for it. These are all 5-star reads for me, by the way. At number 4, we have 7 Days, Monday to Sunday. This is by Sublime. By the way, this one's by Yen Press. So 7 days. A lot of people say it's boring. There's not a lot to it. A lot of people don't like it because they say it's boring. To me, like, it's a high school romance. What more can they go through? We kind of have one of our main characters. He dates a new person every week, a new girl every week. He is just trying to find love, trying to get over his feelings for someone else and find new love. But it hasn't been working. But he's genuinely trying. He's not trying to be a bad guy. Our other main character jokingly asks him out before anybody else can come the new week. And he says yes. That's the start of the 7 days together. Through it, they learn their sexuality. They learn how to be together, how to communicate, even like kind of, I guess, negative emotions. They learn how to get around them, how to speak about them, like jealousy and anger. They learn how to talk about it together. There's no mature scenes in this one, not that I recall. There's no mature labels on it, and it is labeled teen. So again, I don't think there's any mature themes in it. And the artwork is just, it's genuinely really nice. It's a sweet high school romance between two guys. What more can you ask for from it? I thought it was really good, and it's something that I would reread over and over again. Next up, we have Twilight Out of Focus. There are 6 volumes to this. Twilight Out of Focus is, again, it's an anime I watched, and I really liked it. So when I saw there's a manga for it, I did want to pick it up. Twilight Out of Focus covers high schoolers. Are they high schoolers? Yeah, they're high schoolers. There is mature themes in it. We cover different couples. So our main couple here are roommates. One knows his sexuality, one's just figuring it out. One has trauma, and one tries to help him get past it. I think it's really sweet. They are my favorite couple, by the way, in the series. It also covers another couple in the series. We have an older student. This is kind of enemies to lovers, or enemies to friends to lovers, I guess. This is also a really sweet one. The main character with the glasses here, he doesn't really show his actual emotions or what he's really feeling. It comes out the opposite of what he wants it to. But they become roommates and get to know each other and become friends, become lovers. Again, that's about our main couple, and it's just about them going through high school, going through classic high school problems. They're all part of clubs. This is another couple in it that we cover. We cover 3 couples altogether. But it mainly focuses on these 2. And it's just them, like, you know, coming up to graduation and talking about what's going to happen in the future. Yes, they're roommates right now, but are they going to separate? Are they going to stay together? It's all about them figuring it out, and they figure it out together, and that's what I really like. It's not something where they're holding their thoughts back. They're communicating. They're having a positive relationship with one another, and I really enjoy that about this specific manga, and that's why it is at number 3. Number 2 is Never Let Go by Tokyo Pop. This was my first introduction into the Omegaverse. To be honest, Volume 1 did put me off just a tiny bit, just a small bit, purely because there was essay in it. And it was my first time reading about a real red flag. Not so much reading about it, but having a visual to it was a little more upsetting. But seeing how it's handled, the people around him that help him, seeing how he still, like, even through the trauma, he does accept and be in a relationship. And it's all about growing together and accepting one another and getting past their specified rules. Like, this is how an omega is supposed to act, and this is how an alpha is supposed to act. Reality is he has more control in the relationship. The omega has more control in it than the alpha does. The alpha is very golden retriever vibes. Do whatever the omega wants. Again, I really liked that. They're learning to get past family issues and their designated rules and how they're supposed to be. Accepting one another, learning how to be together even after high school, because again, this is a high school one. Even after high school, they're in university and out of university, and they're figuring out still how to be together. They're growing together. It's not like, oh, they're just accepting they're together. They are still continuing to learn about each other and trust each other and talk to each other. I really enjoy this. This is a 5-star read for me, and this is my number 2 read of the year. I really did actually enjoy this, and I looked forward to every new volume that came out. Again, it's a trilogy complete at 3. My number 1 read of the year is by Yen Press. It is Manner of Death. This one had me on the edge of my seat basically through the entire time reading it. We have a coroner who is called to a murder scene, or not so much a murder scene, a suicide scene, and he discovers it's murder. But now he's being threatened to falsify a report. Who can he trust? Who's the one threatening him? Why are they threatening him? Who was the real murderer? Why this specific person? Why was she murdered? It is incredibly good. Okay. He learns how to trust another person throughout this experience. It is an experience where you really don't know who you can trust. And this is about him learning to trust a complete stranger, and during that time, slowly falling in love with this person. There are mature scenes, but that's not the focus of the story. It's about him learning that he can trust other people. And even through all of this, he's like, at the end of it, he's like, I have to run away. I have to get away. It's about him learning to accept that bad things happen. It's a part of life. It is a really good series. It had me on the edge of my seat. I didn't even know who did it. I thought, I was like, they did it. And then the next chapter, I was like, no. That person did it. And then in volume 2, I was like, for sure. I was like, I know who did it. It's this person. And at the end, when they reveal who did it and what the reason was, I was like, I did not see that coming. I did not see it coming at all. This was my top read. I love a good murder mystery, And the BL to it, the romance, the learning to trust through such a traumatic experience blew my mind out of the water. I had a hard time putting it down. It's complete at 2 volumes. It is really, really good, and I highly recommend it. Now, I do have one more. Technically, so it is a BL, but it's not a manga. But I did want to include it because it is my favorite BL read of the year. So technically Manner of Death would be number 2, but manga wise it is number 1. But my number 1 BL read of the year is this one, Bowing to Love, The Noble and the Gladiator. I have never read a gladiator story before. This was just really, really interesting. You know, gladiators in this world are looked down on because they are beastly. They don't know anything. They're not noble. They're not high-ranking. They're not beautiful. You know, they're not slim and slender with the nice hair and the perfect skin and no flaws, or well-schooled or anything like that. They are muscular and they are strong and they have scars, obviously, and bruises and cuts. This is about our main character kind of learning to accept what he thought he really did not like. So our main character thought he knew himself. He knew his preferences, what he liked, what he disliked. Throughout this story, he's experiencing things he was sure he did not like. And it turns out he actually liked it. Seeing fights, meeting a gladiator, traveling, all of this. It's all stuff he was sure he hated, but he experienced them. He went through them. And he liked them. This is mature. There are a lot of mature scenes in it. I'm going to show you guys a picture because obviously a light novel is it's story with artwork, and I loved this artwork. The drawings of these characters just blew me away. I am used to either reading modern, high school, or ancient China. So to read a gladiator story was completely different, and I could not put this down. I read this all in one sitting. It was just that good. It is also learning about your sexuality, accepting your sexuality, fighting for the person you love. There is so much to this story, and I loved every second of it. I was so sad when I got to the end of it because there's, you know, about the author. And sadly, she passed away in 2024. And this is such a good story. It is so well written. And I am astounded. I want to look more into this author. Her name is Sakiata. Because this was just amazing. And this is just the one shot, by the way. The artwork was beautiful, but the story itself it wasn't just romance to it. It was self-discovery, self-acceptance. There was drama, and there was fighting, and there was action. it was truly, probably, I can probably say, like, out of all the reads this year, this was my favorite read. Through all the manga, all the BL, all the danme, all the light novels, this was my favorite read of the year. I highly recommend this if you are okay with light novels. That was my top 5, technically 6, BL of the year. I hope you guys enjoyed. I know it's not a lot. Typically speaking, I don't own a lot of BL. I don't own as much as other people. I own maybe, I think, 17 or 18 different stories. Keep in mind, some of those are not complete, and that is why they were not included in here. But other than that, like, there were some really good reads, and I know that not all of these came out this year, but I did read them this year, so that is why they are in this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know what your top BL reads were for this year. I would definitely love to hear about it and see if it's available, if it's currently available, if I could get my hands on it. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.